Welcome all of you to the series known as Karnika. My name is Hassan और आप सभी लोगों का स्वागत है. Karnika is a series where we want to highlight the beautiful work being done by women all across the world. As our founder Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji says, women are a binding force. वो जोड़ने का काम करते हैं. And in my travels across the world, I noticed that there are many such women who do multiple levels of work. So they are homemakers, they are mothers, they are running a home, as well as they are doing some professional work. They have astounding careers. And other than that, they also contribute very, very largely in society. Unfortunately, a lot of their work goes unnoticed. So Karnika is an attempt to highlight the wonderful work that so many women across the world do. So today, to take this a step further, we have a very wonderful guest with us who has had an astounding career as a company secretary. She's a company secretary at Air India Express. She's also a wife. She's also a mother. And other than all of this, she's also done a lot of social work and as a reformer in society. So let us all put our hands together and welcome our guest, Aditi Khandekar ji.
Thank you very much, and I'm honored. Thank you.
Very welcome to this program, Aditi ji. It's wonderful to have you over here on Karnika. And Aditi ji, we would like to start by asking you a little bit, a few lines on your own background. अगर आप हमें बता सकते हो, तो we will be very thankful to you.
Basically, from a middle class family, and got married at now we can say a young age. While I was pursuing my LLB and CS both. So after marriage, I continued. Luckily, I had a wonderful family, and they allowed me to not only continue, they always encouraged me to do whatever I want to do. So I started my career. I started working when my child was small, and then eventually I changed job initially because you need to so I changed job, and then finally I got into Air India in 1995, and currently I am a company secretary for Air India Express Limited, which is a profitable company for last 5 years, and it's wonderful working there.
Wow. So it's fair to say that one of the reasons behind your success is that your family allowed you to do things that you like to do. Isn't that fair to say? That's so wonderful. That's a blessing and that's a lot of luck. Aditi ji, you are also a mother. You obviously you're also a homemaker. You also a company secretary, like you said, but you've also done a lot of seva work, a lot of social work. We would like to hear a little bit about your social work as well.
So as my child was growing, and I realized one day that she will pass out her 12th, and the children go everywhere after 12. So I started thinking and I had a lot of energy always. So I started thinking, apart from my job where I was doing really good, and my home, I was managing well. So what more I can do? And I had seen people who really suffer after the children go away. They're not prepared for it. They're not prepared well for it. So I had seen in families and friends, like the women especially go into depression and all. So I decided I should have some hobbies. I should start something new. And that's how I started exploring. And I joined one NGO who was working in environment related activities.
Actually, you touched upon a very important topic. You said, like, as a mother, you realized that one fine day, children are going to grow up and go away. And you thought of doing something about it. That's wonderful. And you're doing whatever you're doing it very, very successfully. At this point, I would like to ask you, do you have a message for all such mothers who have devoted so much of their life and their time towards kids? And chances are like their children would also travel overseas, whether for studies, whether they get married away over there, whether they want to settle down over there. What would be your message to all such mothers?
I will tell them that they should look into themselves. What do they like, basically? Do they like to do painting? Any hobbies if they have? Do they like to be with people? Then there are a lot of opportunities to do seva in India, especially. There are lots and lots. In my career, we have done a lot of CSR projects, and I realized there is a lot of need in the society. And we being educated, we have the experience, corporate experience. With this experience, we can definitely help a lot of people in the society.
Wow. So they should pursue some kind of hobby other than looking after their homes and the children. They should pursue some hobby. So Aditi ji, also we would like to hear your message for children who have had to leave their families and go away, whether it was for their studies, for further studies, for post graduation, for masters, or some of them who've gone and lived abroad and got a job over there. Some of them have got married and settled down over there, and their home is far away from their parents' home. What is your message towards such children?
One is they should not forget the family, and though they are away from the family, they should keep be in touch with the family, visit the family as often they can, and simultaneously pursue their hobbies there, what they have learned in India. They should not forget our culture, basically.
Wow. So remembering the culture, remembering the roots is a very, very important part of the entire family's well-being. Well said, Aditi ji. Thank you so much for that. So coming back to tell us like what are the different types of social reform work or seva work that you've done?
As I mentioned, I am volunteering for one NGO who is in environment related issues. Then I'm also attached to one orphanage in Bid, and this a boy who is just maybe 35 years old who has started the orphanage at the age of 19. I was so amazed seeing his work. So I am attached to his orphanage, and wonderful things he is doing there. So that is the thing. Plus, from my company, Erinda Express, since we are earning profits for last 5 years, we have started spending on, we have to spend on CSR activities. And there I got attached to many such projects. We have done in last 2-3 years, we have done more than 10 projects and wonderful projects, all different projects. And that really gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Wow, that's wonderful. 10 projects in the last 5 years. We want to hear a little bit more about projects and what is the nature of the work, what is the outcome, how have people benefited from these projects, or who are the people or what kind of people have benefited from these projects.
As our head office is in Kochi, we started with Cochin, Kerala, and we did some, we first donated some palliative care units in Kerala. And Kerala is really an amazing state, and it's very forward state. People are educated. And so the panchayat people were very forthcoming to telling us what do they really expect from us. And that is how we did this palliative care. Then we did the 2 schools renovation. The schools are 125 years old. No, and all great people have passed out from these schools, but these are Jilla Parishad or Panchayat schools. So they have just, because of lack of money, these schools were in very bad shape. So there we stepped into, and with the help of the Panchayat, we did some renovation, restoration, and beautification of these schools. And the people are very happy there. The children are very happy playing there. And we always feel, because there is a competition to government schools from private schools. And the children who go to government schools, they really suffer. They don't get those facilities. So we stepped into this and we did that. So 2 schools. Now, currently one project on upgradation of hospital facilities. Again, a government hospital in Kerala that is going on. Plus, we did a wonderful project with the association with Mathrubhumi. It's the biggest selling newspaper in Kerala. And that was again on zero garbage concept. So that is also doing wonderful there.
Aditi ji, you've done great work and all this sounds beautiful. The question is, I believe, and I'd like to confirm with you that you have been personally involved in all the seva projects. Is that true?
Yes. I love doing it. Yeah.
Wow, how wonderful is
but
that?
When the projects are increasing, so I have taken the Bombay and Delhi and Varanasi side projects. But yes, I have visited all the projects, and have taken interest in all.
I'm more curious to hear about those three schools. You worked in some three schools that you mentioned sometimes earlier. So could you tell us about those three schools and what was the outcome and what all did you all do in the school?
So as I mentioned, we did 2 schools in Kerala, and the people, the panchayat, everybody is very happy. And the education minister came for inauguration of those schools. 2 years back, we did another school in Varanasi, and the result is amazing. You know, what has happened is the school was Hindi medium school, which they got a permission to convert it into English medium. And in 1 year, 140 new students have joined the school. Who out of that 50 to 60% have left the private schools, private medium, English medium private schools, and joined this school. And this is again a Zilla Parishad school. So that I feel amazing. I mean, it's a big transformation there.
Wow, wonderful. So you've done work with children, with schools, with orphanages. And we'd like to hear a little bit more. What else have you done? You said 10 projects, so we'd like to hear a little bit more.
So my favorite is the forestation project, which we are doing in Navi Mumbai, close to Mulund. And this project is we have a tripartite agreement between the forest department. Art of Living is a funder, and there is an NGO who is named Haryali. So it's a beautiful combination. Haryali is in this field for last 23 years, and they have done amazing work. But they had some limitations of funds and the volunteers. Then Art of Living stepped into it. And as per the government rules, it has to be 3 parties, like tripartite agreement. And it is working so well. It's 33 acres land, forest land, close to Mumbai. And we have built, they have, from Air India Express also, we partnered in that project. Plus there are 11 other corporates who have partnered in that project. And in last 3 years, we have done plantation of 14,000 trees. And the survival rate is 95%. We have built check dams. And I'm so happy to be part of, from all the 3 sides, part of this project.
Wow, that's really, really beautiful. Obviously, the question I want to ask is, so how are you able to manage your time at home, your time in the office, and your seva activities? How do you manage to do that? Does your husband complain about you not giving him enough time for him?
Need to check with him. So basically, always Air India and my work has been my priority. So that should be, because we earn from that company. So besides that, then you have to be a little bit, smart to manage your thing. Time management is the biggest challenge. So you do your work, and traveling in Bombay is a challenge. So during weekdays, you really don't get much time. So weekdays are for family and for office. And weekends, then I do the other activities. And luckily, as I said, from Air India Express, we are doing so many projects. So it's now part of my job. So I can spend some time over there also. I can use the office time visiting these projects. Yeah.
Wow, this is really wonderful. This is nice. Relating to the projects and the shift you've been able to create in schools, I want to ask, is it the driving force, is it only money that makes a difference, or other than the money, you also need dedicated people to drive the project? What do you think counts? What matters? What adds up to the difference?
Absolutely. Actually, I want to tell you that even in Nandurbar district, which is one of the aspirational or backward districts in Maharashtra, we have again tied up with the Art of Living Foundation, and we are going to do 6 schools. Now, we realize that it's not just the infrastructure and all which we have to do. We have to focus on the education, the quality of the education also. And here, Art of Living has promised us that they have some beautiful teachers training programs also, which they will be doing it. Now, when you select a school, see, like in Nandurbar district, there are many schools, maybe 1,000 schools. So how do you select these 6 schools? the most important thing is the teachers who are going to teach in that school or who are teaching in that school. They should be driven. So it's not that you put the money and forget about the teachers should feel that they want to do something good for their children. And this is how we select. We see that the teachers are motivated, so that we just don't leave things at that. They continue with the project.
Yourself have to be very, very driven to select the right kind of people, to select the right kind of team, because it's not easy. It is never easy to select the right kind of team. So you yourself have to be very keen, very observant, and very intuitive. So how do you find the time and energy to do so many things in one go? And like you said, like most of your projects have been very, very successful. What gives you the energy, the time, the patience, the IQ, the smartness, the intelligence to run about so many things and do all of these things beautifully, successfully, all at the same time?
Basically, I cannot do everything alone. So it's a teamwork. And when we select the NGO, that is very important. When you select an NGO, we have to do some due diligence of that NGO. And then I meet the people of those NGOs and I can find out how they are driven. Then we leave it to them, and we have seen success in all the NGOs with whom we have worked with. So it's a bit of interaction which is required with the NGOs, and you come to know.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Aditi ji, I cannot ask you your age, and I won't do that, but I can guess that if your daughter has gone abroad, I can figure out what your age could be. The question here is, Aditi, how do you find the energy? What is the secret behind your youthfulness? I mean, you look very energetic, you look very youthful, and you've got years of wisdom behind you. So I'm curious to know, what is the secret behind your energy, your youthfulness, your smile, and how you've been able to accomplish all of this?
So one first thing is, it's a God gift, I should say. But in 2013, I did the happiness program of Art of Living, and I got more focus in life. Though I always wanted to do a lot of things, I was not focused, and maybe the energy was also less. So I did this course, and it was amazing. There's a lot of transformation in me. I have become more focused, and the knowledge which is given in the courses is, if you start applying that knowledge in your life, I should say that there's no course like the basic course of Art of Living. You keep on applying those knowledge, and that is what I do even till now after I become a teacher. So I've become a teacher in 2018, and every day if I feel something, I apply this knowledge points.
So many things that have helped you to become you. And any one last message that you have for all your viewers, for people who are seeking out that inspiration, people who want to become like you, people who really want to contribute? They all have certain set of challenges in their lives, but what would you tell them to overcome the challenges and contribute?
So I have been hearing the Murugan Rahasyam, which recently I heard Guruji saying. So he says the Murugan is in our sense. So there are three Shaktis you need to know the Murugan and be with him. The first one is the knowledge. I mean, you should have that seeking for knowledge. Then you get the knowledge, and the third one is the Kriya Shakti. It has to be put in action. It's not that you just collect knowledge and you don't put in action. It doesn't help. So all three together,
Wow,
gives me a lot of,
wow, wonderful, very well said. So it first starts with gathering the knowledge. That's where it starts from, and then later on the whole process of converting that knowledge into some productive action.
What has also inspired me is the great work Sri Ravi Shankar ji is doing, not only all over the world, the schools, the water conservation projects, and he's driving everybody, so many thousands of people he's driving, and I'm one of them. So that is the biggest inspiration for me.
Wow, very well explained, very well said. Thank you so much. Once again, a big thank you to you for joining us, and we wish you all the best. May you continue to do this good work that you're doing, spread your smiles, and teach your secret of youthfulness and your joyfulness to everybody. Thank you so much, Aditi ji.
Thank you
God
so
bless you all.
much. Thank you, Hassanji. Thank you.
So I hope all our audiences have enjoyed this small chit chat, this small conversation we had with Aditi ji, and we hope that we've learned few things from here. And we look forward to seeing you again in more such sessions. Till then, goodbye and thank you so much.